It was a challenge coming here. It was a challenge adapting to being here.
The whole thing was a struggle.
I thought that last semester I was burnt out. Bitch, I was only there for a semester. I can't even imagine what sophomore year me is gonna be.
I know.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Simone.
And I'm Celeste.
And wow, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It really hasn't, but it's been a respectively long time since we did the last one of these.
We are officially done with freshman year. I honestly can't believe it. I didn't see finishing this year. I honestly thought
I might drop out of college.
I didn't think I was gonna drop out, but I for sure was like, I don't know how I'm going to bring myself to go through this and just do it. Essentially, I was thinking this could be more of a general encapsulation of freshman year as a whole. First, we can get it going with talking about classes. Last semester, really my only main struggle was calculus and trying to figure out how to learn that for the first time over the internet. At least for me, I don't know how it felt for you. I feel like I had a leg up in microeconomics and marketing just because I'd studied those in high school.
Yeah.
I will admit, our teacher was kind of odd.
He was a hoot.
He was okay. I don't know if this would be in part due to the teacher or due to just my interpretation skills, but the questions and answers on the tests and quizzes were just worded so confusingly that I was like,
am I illiterate?
as we talked about in the finals vlog, we kind of thought we knew what we were doing in marketing, at least enough to be confident going in. The tests and its questions were completely different than anything we had seen, and the answers themselves were it could go this way or that way. It's one of those classes where you're like, damn, the answer could be this one, but it also could be this one. Aside from my 2 business classes, I took a sociology class on changing family forms and then a humanities class. At least for me, those classes, the ones that didn't even pertain to my major, to me were taught so much better than the ones for my major. They were way more there for you. I will admit, I did get off to kind of a rough start with one of my professors. As I mentioned at the end of the last semester review video, I literally missed her first class. Can I confess something to you guys? I accidentally missed my first class. Yeah, because I missed it, I didn't realize the entire class was being taught on Discord too, which I've also never used Discord, but now I have, and I guess I can call myself an incel. I ended up really liking it and really liking the teacher just because I actually started guys, I did the readings. She did the readings. I didn't do my readings. I did some of the readings. I liked it, I thought it was great, and to me it was challenging in a good way. Social aspects of college, of youth, of freshman year. This semester went so much better. If you guys have been a part of our YouTube journey, which is going on a little bit over a year, remember that we were severely depressed, isolated, and hopeless when we first got to USC.
Yeah, we were basically already going through an identity crisis getting to California.
From Missouri, kind of a jump.
Yeah, and then the fact that everyone left us on red. There wasn't really anyone we could just easily be hey, it's not like you could run into people in your classes and be like, are you a freshman too? It was more seeing people on the street and going, I wonder if they're a freshman.
I don't know if we told you guys this, but the one time we did see people on the street and we're like, maybe we should go talk to them. They were literally seniors.
It was so awkward. We went and we were like,
hey, do you mind if we sit with you guys?
and they were like,
Sure.
and we were like, so what grade are you guys in? And they're like,
seniors.
we're seniors.
This semester has been so much better.
So much better.
We are living with people who are nice.
Yes.
We are living with friends. We have a new roommate this semester.
And it was actually a random kind of situation.
Yeah, we didn't know her before she came
At
in.
all. We all were just okay, I guess she's gonna be living with us. And it worked out perfectly.
I'm gonna be honest, unless the person's a psycho, I really think you can make it work. And in general, it's just fun getting to know new people.
It is.
That's another thing that literally has made this semester so much better, is just getting to talk to people besides you. I'm sorry.
It was weird seeing our apartment building go from being completely dead to hearing random screams at night, and I was like,
Who the fuck is here?
I don't know, it just made it a lot more easy to see people in passing and they're like, hey, what's up? And that's literally how we met people. We were out on our balcony just chit-chatting with the rest of the roomies. People would stop by and be like, hey, are you guys freshmen? And then we'd be like, yeah, man.
It's not that on the quad experience we were anticipating where it's hey, you want to catch the frisbee, man? But it's still something.
Just about everyone is trying just as hard as you are to make friends.
In terms of social aspects, Simone and I have joined clubs.
We joined some clubs. So, because we are shallow and all of that,
Guys, don't judge us. We literally joined the influencer club.
Oh, sorry.
It's not explicitly like an influencer club. It's just like, it's called Reach, and it's focused more on like social media.
People who are interested in social media, and we were like, hey, you know what? Like, we have this YouTube thing. Our Instagrams are shitty. Maybe let's bring that to the table and see if we get in.
People we've met through there so far, so nice. Not to mention, you can hang out with upperclassmen from your clubs. Like they reach out, they're so sweet.
And they don't talk down to you either. It's not like high school where like you come in as a freshman and you see some seniors like at the table and they're like, oh, I remember when I was a freshie.
No, literally, like, that gives me like drama.
I know.
Drama kid
flashback. But there also have been some bad club experiences.
Yeah, that's Simone kind of got the runaround.
Okay, but I'm gonna say a good chunk of it was my fault. Good chunk of it was my fault. We will proceed ahead. Celeste and I got like a personal email from a club. Like, they'd seen our videos and our video editing, and they're like, we'd love if like one of you wanted to be the media director for our club. And I was like, the fuck? Do they know I'm literally can't do shit? I'm a freshman and all I do is make shitty YouTube videos. I went in an interview. The interview felt kind of awkward, but they literally told me I got the position like 30 minutes after. And I get into this club. It has to do a little bit with like music, and I informed them I don't know anything about music, and they knew as well. They were like, all we really want you to do, oh my god, there's a bird. All we really want you to do is edit the videos. And I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. And the club was way more time consuming than I thought it was. Everything was in so many different spots. Like, I had to start learning a new editing software that they kind of just threw me into. I had to start using like different portals in order to find out what tasks I had to accomplish.
If I just cut in here for a second, this club was literally causing her more stress than school.
Yeah, if you had like 3 strikes, like, you'd be out. And I was notified that I was out of the club before I found out I had the strikes.
They just sent her an email. There was no way she was gonna quit on her own. So honestly, we can thank that bitch whose name we're gonna bleep out.
See?
Also, in terms of clubs, I joined another one that was a marketing one. It was cool, but just like the music one that Simone was in, I will admit it was way more time consuming than I thought it was gonna be. I got to make friends from there. Like, I got to work with like a company, like actually get some marketing experience. Like, bro, I learned more in that club than I did in my actual marketing class.
No, seriously, she did a lot of shit.
All the people were really cool.
Yeah.
Like, they were not like the weird music people.
So like with all these clubs, even if some of them don't seem as like hardcore as others, they're likely it's still gonna be a, we want to do an interview or sort of thing. And like, just don't be nervous. Sometimes it can be just a formality, and sometimes you have to bring your A game. With the marketing one, we both did it. I didn't make it, Celeste did.
Let's move on to the big kahuna, COVID.
COVID.
At the beginning of the semester, things got more restricted because more people were coming out. So like USC literally closed the doors to the campus. They had tents at the front of each thing.
We had to get tested for COVID twice a week if we wanted to get onto campus.
But I'm gonna admit, like, I didn't want to spit in a tube for like twice a week.
Dude, it took me 45 minutes to spit in the tube.
She literally couldn't spit in the tube. It was so funny.
I don't even know.
Once the vaccines started rolling out and getting more accessible, USC was like helping, because through their health center, KEC, they were like getting out some vaccines to like people, priority people.
Yeah.
And then also like showing people, they would send out an email like, hey, we've got X amount of vaccines. If you would like to sign up, sign up. I will admit there were some lower points this semester, and more in the sense that we didn't get any breaks. Where spring break was, they just kind of like they got rid of that. And
that was bad. Like, it made finals week like even more like unbearable. Like, as you can tell in the finals video that we made, we barely studied.
I thought that last semester I was burnt out. Bitch, I was only there for a semester. I can't even imagine what sophomore year me is gonna be.
I know, like,
but like, dead ass. Dead ass. Instead of our spring break, they gave us wellness days.
And those were like, honestly, pretty like brutal. They gave us a wellness day on the last day of classes.
Like, what the fuck? That was
like,
literally just like oh, here's a break day. It's just like, what am I supposed to do with this day? It's not like I can go to the spa.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm gonna be doing the homework that you guys have been piling
Like,
on. I will say that now being on here, because it is what, June, campus or campus adjacent, has been really nice.
It
Now
has.
the tents are gone.
Yes.
You can walk through campus, you guys. Okay, this is so nerdy, but I kind of want to like go onto campus while it's empty and like plan out my route.
No,
So
I
that
want to
don't,
also.
like, they are gonna have us in person this semester, this next
They
semester.
claim.
Yeah, that is their claim. We both admit it is slightly sketchy that they came out with the claim that we're gonna be in person, like right before the class of 2025 was supposed to commit. It's gonna be really fucking sad if our class gets like no
Nothing.
recognition next semester. If there's like a freshman welcome week and like all this stuff, that is awesome for the class of 25. You guys have suffered. You guys have suffered. I promise. Like, don't worry.
I want one too.
I would also like one. If I could crash it, like,
I
it'd be
will
kinda
fucking
fun.
crash it. I will.
We just got our admission packets.
And that was fucking sad too.
I think we can talk about like kind of motivation, morale. If you have been along with this journey for a while, we've been pretty candid about our mental states.
Yeah.
While this entire thing has been going down, it's not been amazing. I
It is
literally
not.
like I started seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
Like,
We started seeing therapists for the first time, maybe October.
yeah.
And they're through USC.
I will admit that sometimes it is a little bit harder to keep up a high morale just because everybody looks like they're like Olivia Jade Rich going out to these sushi places on Malibu every day. You want to post the good things.
Yeah.
So obviously, why not post Catch LA and Elefante? That comes with social
There's a
media.
certain amount of wealth that you have to
Yeah.
have in order to do that. I'm not saying that everyone is like this, but there is people with like a certain amount of money here that's intense.
And that definitely doesn't mean like,
Hey, screw rich people.
or like, fuck this bitch just because she has a rich dad or something.
my advice would just be prepare yourself. I don't think you're necessarily gonna feel like, holy crap, I am so shitty compared to them. I don't have anything. But I'm also saying that at the top, or the stereotype of USC, it rings true and you will likely find it somewhere.
Yeah. You're not a dick just because
Yeah.
you go to expensive places.
We just mean that like,
you gotta be aware.
yeah, you gotta prepare yourself.
I thought we could wrap it up with a little bit of bests and worsts.
Bests and worst.
The professors that I loved, I really loved. The professors that I didn't love, I really didn't love. We're here for an exchange of information, man. There's no need to be hostile. Cause like, I'm gonna be honest, like one of the professors I am so glad I got to have online. Cause if I had to be in person for that, like I would be terrified going to
Same.
class. Tell them about the good teacher.
Yeah, so like my teacher for art history, her name is Samantha Burton. If you do anything art history related, seriously get her because she was awesome. She was a great teacher. We kind of had to do these like diary entries and like kind of like analyze pictures and bring some art history and visual culture into it. And she gave me like a comment on one of them like, are you an art history major? Like, are you planning on doing any more classes? And I was like,
No, I'm a business major.
but yeah, and she was like, well, let me know if you need any help in the future because I think you have like a future in art history maybe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I would say on that note, my best would also be the professors because one of mine who was really awesome, her name was Jennifer Hook. There was one instance in which little burnt out me who literally forgot, I just like forgot that there was a quiz due at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I missed the quiz. And like, I emailed her and I was like,
Girly,
I am so sorry. I literally missed the quiz, like my mental health and everything. I've just kind of been like a little burnt out, just a little shaky leaf going along. And she literally emailed me like an hour later, like, girl, I get it. Like, I get it completely. I'm opening up the quiz for you for like 2 days. Just get it done as soon as you can. I don't know, it like gave me a lot more hope in terms of USC professors that I'm like, people are here to help. If they want to help, they will.
For every bad teacher, there is one that is so much better.
It's kind of interesting that like in another universe right now, like I had that freshman year, but this freshman year was still really developmental for me.
For sure.
It was a challenge coming here. It was a challenge adapting to being here.
The whole thing was a struggle.
But it so far has been immensely worth it. I'm gonna try and vlog as much as I can
I'm
without
so
embarrassing
fucking
myself.
embarrassed.
I don't want to do that. I guess like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you feel like sticking around. We'll see you guys later.
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Hold on, I'll close it out like Bethany Moda.
Oh. Should we try and take a thumbnail? Yeah.